with the Philadelphia Eagles. When we left the show, I showed y'all the Shady Keeping It Real calendar. Come in tight, please. The Shady Keeping It Real calendar. We are 20 days away from LeSean McCoy's induction into the Eagles Hall of Fame, where we will finally see if Shady will keep it. We're just 20 days away from this moment, but Shady, I don't want to wait any longer. I don't want to wait any longer. The question is simple. That's James Jones. That's Chase Daniel. That's LeSean McCoy here to my right, obviously. Shady, the Eagles won, but it wasn't pretty. Do you feel good about it?
Hold up, my man. Are we going to do this every week?
Yeah, every day. Until you keep it real.
20 more days. So y'all think that once they put it in the Eagles Hall of Fame, right? You can talk about them. I don't think what you want. I just do some week.
There'll be some real takes.
Listen, so the question is, am I happy about the Eagles win?
Yes, do you feel good about it?
Hold up.
Feel good about it.
You always feel good about wins, though. Yeah, I didn't feel good about it. Yeah. The Deshaun Watson and the Browns, I was not happy about that, right? Everybody comes back and everybody's excited. What are we going to look like, right? All our weapons was lost. Now they was found. Are we going to win this game by a long, long margin? Yeah. And we didn't.
No.
I didn't like how the offense played, right? And I will say this, though. Now, and just hear what I'm saying, because y'all always say I'm being biased, but just hear what I'm saying. I think of everybody coming back from injury. Have a long bye week, so we didn't play for a whole week. And all the other players like Lane Johnson, like Devontae Smith, and then A.J. Brown was been hurt.
Little rust.
So now when they get back, it's a little rusty, though. But we found a way to win. I know they like how I look. It didn't look ugly. But we can build on that. Jalen Hurts, I think, I want to see a little bit more from him, right? I think he's holding back a little bit. I don't know what it is. His guys just getting there, but it didn't look special. It didn't look good. Yeah. But we did win. And I want to say this real quick.
Yes, sir.
Because it ain't how it starts, it's how you finish.
That's true.
And listen, I would love to see Saquon Barkley get the ball a bit more. I'd love to see that. I would love to see us win by, 25 points. I'd love to see that. But we didn't. The Browns haven't given up 20 points on offense this whole season, which is embarrassing. But we got to win, man. And I'm not going to let y'all up here,
that's crazy.
all three of y'all up here, say anything bad saying that the Eagles, if we'd have lost, it'd have been hell. So we didn't win. Right? And then the last thing before I go.
Go ahead, take your time,
We all think that the Packers is a really, really good team, right?
I do for sure.
Why are we talking about the Packers
I'm getting somewhere.
Week one, you beat us.
Judge, can I land? The Packers are a really good team. We beat them.
That's true.
Right?
That happened.
I remember, 2-3 weeks ago, we was praising, oh, my God, the Saints is this, the Saints is that. Outscore all their opponents.
That was happening.
We did beat them.
That's true.
So when we look 3 to 4 weeks from now, they're going to be loving the Eagles. You know why?
Think so?
Because we're going on the run. And look, mark this date. Since you're doing these days and calendars, mark this date.
We need another calendar.
October 14th.
I'm going to see all y'all dudes loving the Eagles.
Okay.
Can we get another calendar? A 4-week loving the Eagles calendar if we do not
October
mind.
20th today.
The Falcons is on a little roll. We beat them. Come on now. Come on.
Go ahead, James Jones.
Should Shady feel good? Should Shady October 14th.
It's hard to win in this league now, James.
It is hard to win in this league. That's one thing that I do know. It is hard to win in this league. Should Shady feel good about the Eagles win on Sunday?
Yo, man, get to it.
Should Shady feel good about the Eagles win? No, he should not feel good about the Eagles win.
Oh, why?
I understand starting rusty, right? Bye week, A.J. Brown, Smitty coming back off injury. I understand Lane Johnson coming back off injury. Understand all of that. And I gave him a first half. I said, first half, okay. Hey, let's figure out what plays we want to call. They look bad, man. Yeah. And I'm watching the game. They looked like when they were on that 10-0 stretch, and we was all sitting up here like, they are finding ways to win, but it don't look good. And that's exactly how it looked. And it eventually caught up with them that season when they started 10-0. They started playing bad football. The blessing about it is when they had to make a play, they showed up and they made a play to win the football game. Because sometimes them games be ugly like that, and you find a way to lose. Jalen Hurts and the offense did not look pretty all game long, but when they needed to make a play, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, they found a way to make a play to win the game. But I'm not walking off the field, especially as an offense, and Jalen Hurts walking off the field feeling really confident about this win. I'm not. Defensively, yes, you guys played well. Yes, it's Deshaun Watson. I don't care. You play who on the schedule. But offensively, we should have got more out of them offensively. And I am not extremely confident in the Philadelphia Eagles coming out of this game. But they did.
The thing you got on my Christmas list, you want all this extra stuff.
Should Shady feel good about
the Eagles win?
That's the question, people. That's the question.
That's the question.
Technically,
They won.
Yes, sir.
So you should feel good.
Okay.
But you should feel real bad about where the team's headed. And I'm with James because they don't have an identity right now.
Yeah.
Like they're middle of the pack throwing the football. They're a top rushing team when Saquon actually gets the ball, right? They're horrible in the red zone. Their defense is middle of the pack. They're 31st in turnovers generated, which used to keep them in games last year, and they're a 10-game win streak. So it's just like the one shining spot you have is A.J. Brown. And A.J. Brown, like, why are you playing man-to-man defense against A.J. Brown when the game's on the line and you need a play? He torched you for a touchdown. He torched you for the end of the game. But, Shady, you played the Cleveland Browns. And we know how we feel up here about the Cleveland Browns.
What, that they're an NFL team? I'm sorry.
We know how most of us up here feel about the Cleveland Browns. They can't bench their quarterback, and you guys won by 4 points. I know it's a win.
It's a win. It is a win.
It's a win.
It's a win.
But I'm just trying to figure out, and I think Philly fans want to figure out what your identity as a team is. Once you figure that out, maybe you can go on a run.
Wow. We counting points higher than they won by.
I mean, here's the thing. To Shady's point, he said on Friday, and he was correct, if the Eagles win, it's a win. Because the Niners beat the Seahawks, and it wasn't always pretty. It wasn't always clean, but it was a win. Here is why Shady should feel good about the win, but you can't, as an Eagles fan, feel good about how it looked. Because like Chase said, and I'll try to simplify it even more so, what in the world is the Eagles' identity? Your identity cannot be throw A.J. Brown a 50-50 ball. It can't be it. Why can't that be your identity? Because an identity has to be repeatable, and it has to be able to be duplicated by more than one person. That's what really an identity is. Think about the Baltimore Ravens' identity. Think about the Detroit Lions' identity. Detroit Lions can run the football with several people. The Niners can run the football with undrafted running backs. But the Eagles, if A.J. Brown is not there, and remember, Eagles fans, he wasn't in the playoff game last year versus the Bucs, then your identity is out the window. So what, in fact, is the identity? That's why I feel great about the Eagles' win. But I don't feel great about how it looked because the only thing I know the Eagles do with consistency, A.J. Brown, one-on-one, throwing the ball. That's the only thing they do with consistency. You don't run with Saquon consistently. You don't have the QB run game consistently. You don't have motions and RPOs consistently. The only thing you do consistently, week in, week out, is throw the ball to A.J. Brown. But what happens when A.J.'s not there? I feel good about the win. I don't feel good about how it looked.
Okay, you guys have a point. But can I say this? Can I say that we can always find some positives and the negatives?
Right?
Yeah,
that's real.
Now, yes, I think the whole game, right, it was a negative game because the way it looked, right, the way we won. But a win's a win for one. And two is the defense. The defense played well?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, so that's a stepping stone. We keep saying, the defense, this, and the third. Well, because, listen, I know what you're saying.
Everyone played well against Deshaun Watson, big dog.
I heard that. But, listen, there's some times where you play a weak team. We see the Niners do it.
Get exposed.
Right? I just watched the Cardinals get smoked this week, right? And I watched when the Cardinals play the Niners. They gave that game up. So we can always, it's the NFL. It's the elite of the elite. All I'm saying is, yes, I'm not happy with the way it went, but we did win the game. Another thing is the clutch genes. I was wondering, like, A.J. Brown is one of my favorite players on the team. Him and Saquon, for sure, right? One of the best wide receivers in this league. But I had to make sure, like, yo, his clutch gene is still there. Yo, game's tight. Game's close. Who we going to? A.J.'s going to answer. So it's good to see him back. And that limelight of hey, we need to play, make it happen. Because it's going to be tough. It's not going to be always the Browns, fellas. It's going to be the Cowboys eventually. It's going to be the Washington Commanders. It's going to be them teams too. And the same thing's going to happen. Yo, tight game, throw it up. AJ's down there. So that's a positive.
Okay, Shady, I'll be honest.
That's a positive.
I listened to you on this show. Let me know if you approve of this one, Shady McCoy. Let me know.
Look at AJ.
This one. Now bring this in. Shady, do you approve of this?
Lord, we got another one.
Amends to the calendar. Days until Acho, James, and Chase love the Eagles. You said it was going to be 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Is this the right calendar?
So hold up. So right now we are 3-2.
Yes, sir.
Right. So another 4 games be 9-2. Right?
4, yes.
And then what's going to happen?
9-2.
Oh yeah, it's happening.
You'll be the one.
Yo, I know I'm joking, but I'm not. If you just look at the loss we had, we win that game against Atlanta Falcons. We played them again.
True.
Same way, same pass.
I agree with that.
Come on, Saquon brought another pass, and you don't catch that ball. Seal that game away. And then the last game we lost to the Bucs. We had no weapons. No weapons. There was no AJ to be found back there. There was no Devontae Smith to go down the sideline for 40, 50 yards. It was none of that. It was none of our best left tackle or right tackle, Lane Johnson. He went in there.
Okay, look. You got the Giants.
Win.
Bengals.
Come on,
Maybe.
Hold on.
4.
Jacksonville Jags.
Win.
So by then,
2-1.
By then we gonna be James about here. The Eagles going to be, James, about 6-2.
Come on now.
You're going to be loving on the Eagles by then, James Jones.
I'm not going to be loving on the Eagles if they beat them teams like they just beat the Cleveland Browns. I'm not.
See, this is what I like.
Keeping it a buck.
No,
that's actually not.
Let's keep it a buck.
So if we're winning games, you're not getting credit, but we lose them, what you going to say?
I've seen this before.
James,
I've seen y'all look weak and win games.
James, all I'm saying is you can't have the same... No, seriously, you can't look at it the same way if we're winning these games or losing these games. You can't do that.
I'm not saying...
Right? Am I tripping about that? We winning the games.
Listen here. You started 10-1 last year, and you did not play well.
Last year.
And you did not play well, and eventually it caught up with you. I'm not going to watch you win games this year again, not playing well, thinking that it's going to be a different outcome. The playoffs is not the goal for the Philadelphia Eagles. We agree on that, right, Shady? The plan is to win a Super Bowl because we've been there with the quarterback and we've been there with the coach.
Listen,
right?
Don't
this team don't look like that. I didn't watch him.
He don't care if we win or lose.
I think the days until James, Acho, and Chase love the Eagles.
How it looks.
It's how it looks. But I'll start loving the Eagles when they do something that they haven't done in 5 straight games.
Which is what? Score in the first...
Score 0 points in the first quarter in the first 5 games. You have to start faster. Your point differential is plus 15 in the third and fourth quarter. That's when you guys are really, really good. If you start faster and get off to better starts, running the football, finding that identity, not just throwing to A.J. Brown, that's when I'll love the Eagles.
Clutch, buddy. That's what it's called.
You know what?
You franchise record.
Lane Johnson said this. We all respect Lane. Us 3 played with Lane. He said this. The Eagles' offense looks constipated. And I actually agree with that wholeheartedly. It looks like he said the Eagles
ready to come out.
He said the Eagles.
That's quoted.
The Eagles' offense looks constipated. Like they're trying to get going, but they just can't. Like that's how this Eagles' offense looks right now.
When it gets going.
And but when it gets going,
it's out.
It gets going. The problem, though, Shady. Let me know. Do you care at all that the Eagles haven't scored in the first quarter yet?
That's a big deal.
Does it bother you?
No, I mean, I would like us to score, but I don't care how that works. That's how you finish for me, right? I don't care how you start the game. I've seen teams start the game hot, and they don't win the game. I want to say this, though. It's funny how the Eagles get graded different than any other team, right? I look at the Niners. Y'all so hyped up on the Niners, but I watched them lose to weak teams this year, and y'all ain't say nothing about it.
We did.
I did.
Remember, I was worried.
But you back on the bandwagon. That soon, that fast?
Well, you know, he
bang, bang,
Niner game. You ain't gonna change that.
We're having this. I remember having a coach. I won't even say the coach's name, but he was like mad at me about, I guess, the way I played the game. And I said, Coach, we won. You're talking to me as if we lost. Yeah. I could have protected the ball a little better. I could have had better fundamentals. I could have did all these things. Yes. Yeah. But we won the game.
Yeah, corrections is always better after a win.
Right, so act like it then.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.